just finishing setup here. Oh, there we go. Looks like the stream itself is live at this point. Hey, Frog! Good to see you. As usual, wait a few minutes, see who else shows up. Today's La Mulana stream may in fact be, well, I hesitate to say the last one, because even if we do beat the final boss in this one, there's still suffering we have to get through. But at the very least, we do have a genuine shot at beating the final boss and finishing La Mulana 1. Yeah, here's a fun secret. I've never been able to complete Hell Temple. I plan on streaming the sequel once I've actually finished it. I'm stuck on the final area. Mostly because the final area of the sequel is a long reference to Hell Temple. More specifically, I'm stuck fighting an upgraded version of Fenrir, who is already a really, really annoying boss. Anyway, let me just quickly mess with the page a bit to see something. I have tried, actually. The thing is, Fenrir is immune to Zawardo. Or at the very least, the thing is you can only hurt him when his mouth is open. When I tried using the Lamp of Time, his mouth automatically closed. It was, that was a fun thing to run into. Well, might as well, is this? Shit. Did I accidentally... Oh my god. Oh, I really hope I didn't. I don't think I would have. Oh, crap. Okay, so this is the nightmare scenario. I think I might have accidentally saved over the file. I am such a fucking idiot. I was... And I know exactly why it was because, I was practicing the final boss. So I had a file where I'm at the final boss and have done the last, like, part of the story. But, well... The save screen might have accidentally switched me over to the first file, which is where I was keeping the stream file. Okay, so, yeah, I think that, we might be kind of screwed here. Do you guys have any idea what I should do? Because I'm kind of freaking out. Do I have... the entire Mantra's side quest. Well, not side quest, but... Okay. No, this is way too early. This one? What have I got here? Shit. Okay. Crisis potentially averted? This save appears to be in the right spot. That said, the only thing that we will be missing, and I'll show you where it was, is where the mantra program actually is. Because so if you remember, after we beat up Tiamat, we managed to get the this item, the Magatama Jewel. And the Magatama Jewel is used... Where is it? Okay, so you have to go to the spot where we fought Oxhead and Horseface. Where was that? I think it was... Shit. Suddenly forgetting how to get there. By the way, I'm really sorry about this, guys. This is entirely my fault, and, I should probably be hanged for it. Okay, it's the doorway. Yeah, it's the doorway in, the Chamber of Birth. Okay. So. Ugh. Lameza Y. And now I've forgotten where I'm even supposed to be going. I'm really batting 1,000 today. Why am I doing it this way? There's a much easier way. I can pretty much just head to the Tower of the Goddess and skip straight to it by going through Graveyard of the Giants. What does my setup look like? Okay. I'm definitely gonna need more flares for the final boss. Right, okay. So we go here, in the Chamber of Extinction. Over here to where we fought Oxhead and Horseface. And you can see a imprint of the Magatama Jewel's shape on the ground. I don't know if it'll still work, but no, it doesn't seem to. This entire central area is a giant pillar that raises up so that you can reach the second Magatama Jewel and the top of this temple-like structure. Then once you do that, you have to go back here. And this thing on the wall will have started glowing. And if you read this with the snapshot software, you get mantra.exe. And I believe that's about the extent of what we missed. So, let's head back to the surface. As you might have noticed, one of the other changes in this save file, as opposed to our previous one, is that we now have over 800 coins and 96 weights. Also, the weird stone faces have their eyes glowing now that you've defeated all 8 of the Guardians. And as I think I might have showed last time, Zelpud has this dialogue, which this is all he will now say until the end of the game, barring a few very specific lines. Although he will still identify your items for you. Let's buy some pistol ammunition. Because we... oh, shit. I forgot how expensive it is. Oh boy, this will be fun. Or wait, hold on. Actually, I think that might be a full clip. It was for a full clip. Okay. Better than anticipated for the pistol. And we will also be grabbing some flares. Or wait, did this place have the flares? No, it was the Tower of Ruin that had flares. See, this is what happens when when I'm sick for a week. I forget where everything is and overwrite my own save files. Oh, the Marduk mantra? Okay, so those are much easier to figure out. So we actually did record 2 mantras already. Those were Birth and Death in the that one place, the fucking dimensional corridor. The other mantras have, well, if you remember, in the Temple of the Sun, there was a gigantic room behind this Sphinx, absolutely full of tablets. The first mantra is in the corridor, the entrance to the never-ending corridor. So let's record these. I do have the, yeah, I've got the flail whip, so no longer need these. The second mantra is at the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the two. The third mantra is on the path leading outside at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper. Recite the mantra correctly, let us seal Tiamat, Baphomet, Palenque, V, Bahamut, Elmax, Sakit, and Amphisbaena. So that's a hint as to where to actually use the mantras, and also what order you should do them in. The fourth mantra is inside the giant, she who stands in the land of Inferno. The fifth mantra is below the goddess, at the foot of the goddess staring at the collapsed tower. The seventh mantra is by the spike atop the 5 mysterious floors. And the last mantra is the sign of courage. You might notice there's not a tablet for the 6th mantra. Don't worry about it. That'll be a clever thing later. Alright, first rule. Mantras are always in the area with the boss or its own backside area. So, the first one said it was the entrance to the never-ending corridor. So if we warp into the endless corridor, that tablet would have appeared up there. Chant these words: the name of the child of God who doth defy Tiamat, the name of the root of all suffering, the one that brought the 11 demons upon us, Marduk. Oh, also of note, this bowl that I have, this vessel. You get that. I don't know if I already got that in the other thing. I'll explain it just in case. The way you get that is you have to go to the Chamber of Birth. I think the other side of the Chamber of Birth, so let's take another shortcut through the tower. So, if you remember, there used to be a little statue here. It would shoot out a laser at you that would hit you multiple times, and if it actually hit you, it was a one-hit kill. The only way you could get through is with a shield, but the silver shield would break too quickly and you would get killed. But if you had the golden shield, you would reflect the laser back and destroy the statue, and then this chest would unlock, you whip it, you get the vessel. A silver vessel that you need to fill with medicine. So what is this mysterious medicine? That's actually the first thing we're going to be doing. Hopefully I haven't already done it. No, not that one. I want a healing fairy, damn it. Actually, do I even have the right software for it? Are you kidding? Whatever. Sure, weapon fairy. Why not? Oh. Okay. Okay, good. We haven't done that part yet. Awesome. So, okay, we don't have those tablets anymore. But we were told to chant the mantra of... Okay, so first off, to chant mantras, you need the Jed Pillar to chant spells. You need mantra.exe. And you need to actually go and select a mantra. So there's 3 spirits here who are unique enemies. And we need to chant death to the 2 that will try to deceive us, and birth to the correct one. So, among other hints that we were given, my finger slipped. I wasn't supposed to do that so early, but anyway. The trick is that the innocent spirit, according to a tablet, is the one who does us no harm. What that means is we have to find a spirit that doesn't do contact damage. I'll tell you right now, that dancing creature would have done contact damage. Here's the second one. Yeah, she hurts us. Death. What does this say? Yep, identify the seductress, identify those who are truly pure. And now these fairies, not only do they not hurt us via contact damage, they're the little balls they shoot also don't hurt us. This is the pure fairy who means no harm by mischief. That was not contact damage from the fairies. That was the salamander throwing little fireballs around. Oh, the philosopher told us. Phobos did. When Phobos gave us those mantras in the first place, after we talked to him in the dimensional corridor, he said to use birth on the pure fairy and death on the two evil fairies. Wait. Okay, I think maybe I haven't even done the puzzle to open up that thing. Okay. So, I guess that's a thing. I need to go beat the skyfish. God, this gets so confusing. That should do it. And, we can quickly get our resources back for the length of time through here. And now, we actually get the medicine pouring statue. The yellow medicine is the correct medicine. So, let's actually get to the hard part of all this. Where do you use the mantras that aren't, birth and death? Where do we say Marduk? Because those tablets only tell you where you find the tablet for the mantra, not where to use it. However, there was that one other tablet that said, "Let us seal the bosses." And there's other tablets that hint as on the other side of the Guardian, there's a wedge. So basically, we have to check where the boss room is in each area, then go to the back side of that area, find the corresponding room, and chant the mantra there. So, Dimensional Corridor. This is where something we've been overlooking all game comes in handy. Oh, how do you know which medicine is correct? if you bring the wrong medicine into the final boss fight, then after the first phase, you just get spit out at the entrance of the ruins. And you have to try again. Luckily, the first phase of the boss is stupid easy, so that's not actually a huge deal. So, this thing. The Cross of Light. The Cross of Light is a beacon that connects the seen and the unseen. That was a tab that we read earlier. What that means is the Cross of Light's position is consistent between the front and backside areas. It's a spot we can measure from. So in this case, and that's why it's marked on the map for the record. So, Cross of Light is in this room. This was Tiamat's boss room. So, to do this, we have to actually, it's not a big deal here, but later on with the more complicated areas, we're going to have to start using that thing where we, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, cut off sections of the map to make it a perfect 4x5 grid in order to figure out what room actually corresponds to the boss room. In this case, this means that we have to, in the Endless Corridor, go one room right, and then 2 rooms up from the Cross of Light. So that's actually quite easy. It's only 2 rooms away from the Grail. Drop point. Should be in this room. It's not as bad as it sounds. Especially considering that if you get really, really stuck, you can just go through an area and attempt to use, since it's always in the backside area, you can just attempt to use the mantra in every single room until you get it right. This is a very easy puzzle to brute force. And it's very obvious when you get it right because a big thing will pop out of the wall like this. So, now that we've done that, the next mantra tablet should have shown up, so let's check where that is. At the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the 2. That's going to be in the Twin Labyrinths. That's one of the twins. And the other twin is to the left. So it's got to be between those. Would be easier to figure out if I didn't immediately fall down. But oh, wonderful. Okay. Gonna have to take a different way around now. Demon Lord of Hell, Beelzebub, he who guards the 8 souls in front of the Mother. Okay. There's the fairy I wanted. Hello, healing fairy. And there you have it. Chant these words, Baphomet's feast, to which the witches flock. The name of the place where the summoned demon shall return. Sabbat. Now, we fought Baphomet. Yeah, okay, so the Twin Labyrinth is a bit weird since they're both the same, their own front side and back side area. All you need to know is that, the front side is to the left, and the back side is to the right. So, if in the front side, the room that we fought Baphomet in, it's the room that's circled in purple because it was a hidden room, which is now shown on the map, is 2 to the right, and then 2 down. Then the from the Cross of Light, it would be not quite the Grail Room. It would actually be next to the Grail Room, to the direct right of the Grail Room. At least if I'm remembering how this works correctly. That would be correct. Okay. The third mantra is on the path leading outside, at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper. Okay, so this would be for the Chamber of Extinction, Chamber of Birth. And the path leading outside they probably mean the bit that we had to go through to get to the upper area of the Tower of Ruin, since that led through the surface. Hell's Gatekeepers, yeah, at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper. Hell's Gatekeepers were Oxhead and Horseface, so to their left side, if I can actually make it in without being hit by snake spears. No, I don't want to chant. Chant these words. The name of the one with no name, the name of the one who soars to the skies, the great one with no name, Mu. Okay, so this one's gonna be tricky because, alright. So I'll tell you right now that the rightmost room with the little blue doorway is the room where we fought Palenque. So it's actually just 2 rooms right of the Cross of Light, because of course you have to smush it all into a grid, the 5x4 grid. So, in the Chamber of Birth, yeah. In the Chamber of Birth, it should be the room. We should have just gone back a couple rooms. Okay. I always forget that, like, so that should be in this room. I know it looks like it's actually 2 to the left, but because of the fact that you're supposed to loop it around, this is actually 2 to the right. So I'm very sorry, but we're gonna have to say goodbye to Sarasvati here, because there's a wedge in the middle of her torso. RIP. Okay, so after this, we should have the Inferno Cavern one. The 4th mantra is inside the giant, she who stands in the land of Inferno. And this is where it gets infuriating. This is the one part of the mantra quest I actually actively dislike. So, what they're talking about. Oh, not there. Never even triggered that trap in this one, I guess. What they're talking about is this statue. This is where the mantra is. But, we can't get to it. This is because we actually have to go somewhere else in the Inferno Cavern. And for that, we're going to need to go back to the Tower of the Goddess again. You know, things, none of the giants have distinguishing female features, although from the sequel we do actually know that some of them, even though it said the race began with 9 brothers, not all of those brothers were men. That said, they don't expect you to figure that out, so they just, the large statue in the Land of Inferno is what they mean by the giant. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. we're going to have to go into the upper part of the Tower of Ruin. And back through here. Because, see, now this little statue is destructible. You couldn't do that before. This is the first time that you can do it. I have tested. That, hint that MQPG showed us last time is literally that said that, the thing in, the tiny statue makes the giant statue disappear, is hidden behind a destructible wall that we are given no hints to, and is the only hint in the game for this. And once we do that, actually I think it might even be faster if I just warped to the mausoleum and... Or no, it was the Temple of the Sun. And go that way. I don't think for the mantras, but she does have an important thing to say. Let's go talk to her. See if she says it yet. Oh, this. Forbidden clothes. No. Okay, not that one. She's... Oh, Mulbrook? Mulbrook is our hint system in this game. I think you might have missed when we unlocked her, but... you go to her for hints at certain parts. And now she's just telling us about the 6 children. Is she going to say the thing? No. Guess she's not saying it yet. Yeah, Mulbrook's a pretty quality waifu. And see, now the statue goes away and we can access this. Chant these words, the name of the hideous demon that lurks in the ground, the hideous demon whose eyelids droop to the ground, V. So. The down arrow is where we fought V. So it's left 1, 4 down from the Cross of Light. And the Tower of Ruin. Yeah, weapon fairies only use sub-weapons that you have equipped. I have the shield equipped, so not doing anything. Weapon fairies are generally more trouble than they're worth in this game. They will become much better in the second game. Becoming a very broken type of fairy, in fact, for some boss fights. Although, that can be in both ways, because using the weapon fairy incorrectly in certain cases can also break the game. Weapon fairy cannot use the pistol. That is illegal. Sadly, Weapon Fairy does not use those 2 knives until the sequel. Okay. distracted. Okay. So, one left, and then 4 down. Okay, assuming... Ugh. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, trying to visualize this in my head. I still have trouble with this puzzle. Yeah, I'm not good at visualizing grids in my head. All right, where do you think it is, Frog? Alright. In that case, we're going to have to go in through the Tower of the Goddess. Hey, Patchouli! You're back! Good to see you! I always try to stream at a constant time, but unfortunately, I was sick last week, so we're actually probably finishing La Mulana today. Okay, so if Frog is right, then it should be in this room. We have... Yep. Hey! Nice one, Frog! Okay. The 5th mantra is below the goddess, at the foot of the goddess staring at the collapsed tower. That one should be fairly easy. We just have to get to the Tower of the Goddess. Oh hey, we opened up the shortcut again. None of these can be really called collapsed towers, but we do know where a collapsed tower is. Right here. And this statue is looking at it. Meaning that the mantra is down here. Chant these words, the name of the turbulent seas of that land, the name of the deep dark sea where Bahamut lives, Barud. Alright. We're going to have to briefly go to the spring in the sky. This one was always a tricky one for me because the spring in the sky is very vertical. And it has a lot of interior gaps that other maps don't. So it's not entirely clear where it is, but we can still probably manage it. So, Cross of Light is, well, you can see it. And the left-pointing arrow is the boss room. So it should be 2 up from the cross. At least that's how I always thought it was. That would mean that it's in... Well, see, that's where it gets complicated, because it should be the red door, but I'm not sure it is. It's either the red door or this room. And I think it's this room. Yeah, it's the room that is actually 3 above the cross. I don't know why that is. I have never been able to figure that one out. At least it's close to where it's supposed to be. Except, wait, we don't have a 6th mantra. Did we just miss one in the Temple of the Sun? And that, those tablets telling us where the mantras were? Let's go check and see. Ha ha ha. Clever, clever game. The empty space in the area that tells you where all of the mantras are. Chant these words, the eyes that gaze upon the truth, the name of those all-seeing eyes that grant divine protection, Wedjet. So while we're here, the down arrow is the boss room. So, 1 right, 3 down. Let's head to the Temple of Moonlight. So each new mantra tablet gets revealed after you drive in the wedge for the last one. You can't just like go and find all of them at once and then put them in. You have to do them one at a time. The mantra tablet for the Temple of the Sun is in the room that tells you where all the other mantra tablets are, but it's not visible until you've already done the first 5 of them. So when you realize that you don't know where the 6th mantra is, and you go back to the room to find it, it's just right there. In the empty spot where there should have been a tablet explaining where one of the mantras were. Ugh, missed. So the mantra should be in this room, right above the underworld. Or maybe in the underworld? In the underworld, okay. Oh yeah, I guess my, yeah, it was off. That's correct, it was in the underworld. Okay. The 7th mantra is by the spike atop the 5 mysterious floors. This one will be somewhere in either the mausoleum or graveyard of the giants. It took me forever to figure out what the hell they meant by the spike atop the 5 mysterious floors. I had assumed they meant 5 floors as in, like, 5 different screens. So it would be like somewhere at the bottom of this 5 floor elevator, like where the Grail is, but it's not. These are the 5 mysterious floors. The little ice blocks that move when you stand on them. They're really not that mysterious. This is a very difficult one to get to, but you can also read things mid-slide, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Chant these words, the name of the one who tells of the giant sorrows, the name of the one who watched the fall of a race and shed tears, Abuto. So the Mausoleum of the Giants. Here we're actually going to have to take a look for the boss room. Where should I actually save? Center one. It is a massive, massive game. So this is the boss room. This is where we fought, in the very first episode, Saki. There we go. So, yeah, it should actually be, since we put things in, it should be 3 down from the, 3 down from the cross. So, 3 down, okay. So the bottom one of the elevator gets put back on top because of the structure of it looping around. And then we can move everything else over. So it should be somewhere along the top row. Yeah, let's check that room. The room to the right of the arrow. Or... it's definitely somewhere along that row. But along that row could also mean the very bottom of this elevator shaft. So let's check there. Because I have a lot of trouble with this one too. Nope, it's not on the bottom of the elevator shaft. Like, I swear, there's an ice area in the second game too, but it is so much less infuriating than the Graveyard of the Giants. Partially because you have an item that you can equip called the Snow Boots, which makes you walk normally on ice. Okay. Should be one of those 3 rooms along the top row, but it's hard to tell because of the weird map layout. Is it this room? No. This room? Yes! It is this room. Alrighty. The final one should be somewhere in the first areas. Also, have we gotten any, Oh, also, we got this email from Elder Zelpud. It's me. How much longer until you're done? Apparently there's a crazy difficult area hidden somewhere in the ruins. Where is it? Where could it be? La la, I have no idea. So before we do anything else, I should probably check to see if that crazy difficult area's unlocking sequence has been started. Shit. So I'll need to find a save, or make a save where I haven't unlocked Hell Temple for that. Well, some other time then. Anyway. The last mantra is the sign of courage. This is where we got the shuriken, by proving our courage and jumping into the spike pit. Chant these words, the name of the one who started everything, and grant them eternal slumber, as the last child, with La Mulana. What? What's wrong with La Mulana? What's wrong with a good old title drop? And here is Amphisbaena's room. It is just 2 rooms to the right of the cross. So, Gate of Illusion. Oh, wonderful! Okay, so it should be that room right next to the hidden pink room. I believe that's the infuriating birds room. Yep. And we now have just about everything we need. Also, here's something. With the seal now broken, a red light emanates from its center. As soon as, I believe either as soon as you kill all 8 guardians, or as soon as you drive in all the wedges, the key sword starts glowing and suddenly, like, becomes nearly as powerful as the upgraded flail whip. Now, another thing you might have noticed, we no longer have the Shrine of the Mother in our warping areas. Where'd it go? Let's see. At this point, there's probably a couple ROMs that we're not going to need. We don't really need the Zelpud mailer anymore. Nor the text saving app. Nor Mantra. We do still need Mirai. So let's do some combinations. La Mulana plus move.exe powers up the whip. We can do that mostly for now. If we turn off Mirai, we can actually create a really good final boss setup. But we still need Mirai for now, so not quite yet. So now the whip is even more absurdly powerful. The thing is, the save file I was practicing the final boss on already had the super hard area unlocked. I'm probably going to have to make a new save file at some point. This area doesn't actually have that area unlocked yet, but the first step has already been taken. So either way, it's kind of just... Because I actually... And I don't plan on doing the super... Unlocking the super hard area is kind of a chore in and of itself. So that kind of deserves to be in the same video as actually attempting the area. And like I said before, I have never actually beaten the area. So if I manage it on stream, it'll be the literal first time ever. But enough about that. Let's see, what the heck's wrong with the warp point in the Shrine of the Mother? Welcome to the true Shrine of the Mother. So when the philosopher said that these ruins are the Mother's body, they weren't kidding. Actually, there was something. This way. Well, whatever. We can explore the place a bit more after I actually get to the save point again. And this guy's finally actually going to fight us. This is Beelzebub. He generally fights by throwing flies at you. Yeah, he's annoying. At the very least, that's the most annoying part of his pattern. Here you can just whip him to death pretty quickly. So let's do some exploration of this place. I believe there was something we can reach now that we couldn't before, but I might be wrong about that. Luckily, these being already high experience enemies, combined with the fact that we have the experience doubling scripture, means that we're actually very rarely in serious danger in the Shrine of the Mother. Oh right, I can't jump off ladders. That's, whatever, I don't think it's actually all that important. Is there anything I'm missing at all? No, I think this is it. Okay. There's really no hints that you have to do this, but you can get this tendril out of the way by whipping it hard enough. Unfortunately, this tablet is pretty much impassable. So, much earlier in the game, a certain Queen of the Fairies told us to come back if we were faced with a challenge beyond her fairy's power. You have come back to see me alive. I shall remove the wall that hinders you. That is my mission. I will entrust the Mother's soul to you. Let us meet in front of the wall that blocks the path to the Mother. Okay. We are entering the lead up to the final boss. Let's see what Mulbrook has to say about that. When you're able to solve all the puzzles in the ruins is when the Great Mother will sleep forever. It's also said that the ruins will perish, although Mulbrook can't move from here. The day the ruins disappear is the day my role will come to an end. In that case, Mulbrook don't want to be immortal. Mulbrook want live a normal life in the outside world. When the ruins fall apart, will you come save me? And this is all she'll say at this point forward. Okay, what have we got? We have all the items in the game. The Holy Grail is glowing, filled with a strange power. You get this after you've gone to every single warp point in the game. It's important. There's a tablet that says 2 vessels. The second vessel is the Holy Grail, and it has to be full. You know, full with 7 heroic spirits and all. Although, hopefully this one doesn't have Avenger in it. I think we're fine, though. I think he's on Frogmire's other blog. The empty weapon slot is where the Ankh Jewels used to be. Since there aren't any left. Yeah. I know, it bugs me too. The empty seal slot will never be filled by anything. It is a completely empty slot. There's only 4 seals, but it's on the same line as the item menu, which is a 5x6. So it has 5 things. We've got the correct medicine. 6 shots in our pistol, 57 flares, 6 chakrams, 38 shuriken, 51 rolling shuriken, 31 caltrops, 21 spears, 17 bombs, an angel shield, all 5 main weapons, got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Blues Brothers is one of my favorite movies. They can't stop us. We're on a mission from Zelpud. Here it is. Oh! Oh, wonderful. We do have to do the stupid thing I was... Ugh. Okay. That's what I forgot. I forgot to actually activate the final boss room. Well, you would have had to go back to the save point anyway, because it's really infuriating if you keep dying to the final boss to have to go through, like, the fairies opening the gate cutscene all over again each time. And for the record, yes, I am going to be using the gun on the final boss. Mostly because I don't want to waste your time, and there's a certain phase that I'm just not very good at because it's really long and high damaging. Plot twist, the final boss is actually just Titan Altera from Fate Extella. That game actually has a surprisingly similar plot to La Mulana, I'll be real. Okay. It's this way, is the thing. We were never able to access that pedestal before now. But now that the thing has poked through the ground, let's make a save here. Actually making your way through the Shrine of the Mother can be really, really tricky because it's not always clear which tendrils you can walk through and which ones you can't. Oh, right, I just used a fairy. You basically need a healing fairy if you want to start the boss out at full health, because it is almost impossible to go from the warp point to the final boss room without taking any damage at all. Ah, shit. What should we do in the meantime? While I wait for the damn fairies to come back. And they will come back. It's not like us opening that fairy wall has deactivated the fairies for the rest of the game. That was a worry I had at first, too. Yeah. You know, actually, as I recall, there's an easier solution, which is just quit and reload the game to make the fairies respawn. Yep, there. Hello, MQ. As you can see, we are about to fight the final boss. There was some panic at first because I accidentally saved over the damn file, but we were able to find a file that was close enough. I'm glad you're here to watch me completely fail at this final boss, because obviously you've probably beaten the Mother like 10 times, no damage, with your hands tied behind your back or something. Whereas I am going to be using cheese strats the entire time. And we fought Beelzebub. I didn't even know it was possible to skip him. Here we go. Oh, duh. That's really obvious, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, so this is definitely an Ankh. But where's our last Ankh jewel? What's the thing that's shining red in our inventory? Bye, Fairy. Well, hi, Mom. I don't really even have anything to say about the first phase. She's super easy. So now we've given form to her soul. The second phase is also really easy if you know what you're doing. Switch to Chakrams, and always just stand on the opposite side of the screen than her. If you are standing in the opposite corner, she can't hit you with anything. Unless you're stupid and fuck up like I just did. Don't worry about losing Chakrams at this point. 3 hits will kill her. Switch to the axe for this phase. Oh, and make sure your software combination isn't stupid like mine. Turn off Mirai, turn on Rose and Camellia, turn on Death Village. Rose and Camellia plus move.exe powers up all weapons other than the whip and the key sword, which is already at full power. Move and Death Village allow you to revive after death with 32 HP remaining. Both of these are very important combinations, along with Move La Mulana, which powers up your whip. Oh shit, Mechari not move? I'm an idiot. What does Rose and Camellia and Move do? Oh, well then you still want that on. Alright. This phase is easiest to hit with the axe. It's also probably the most infuriating phase, because it has an attack which, to my knowledge, is basically undodgeable. When the little child in Skeleton Mom's hands shoots a laser at you, I have never found a way to dodge it, if it happens, which it didn't this time because I powered up the axe properly. Okay. Now we switch back to move.exe. And back to the whip. Now that eye that showed up after every Guardian fight appears, and it has grown tentacles. Also, we're in water now. And now we get into the hell part of the fight. This is where, if things go poorly, I may have to use the pistol. At first, the mother only has the same moves from when you fought her before like this. Sorry about the cursor. Every 20 health or so, she gets a new attack from one of the previous Guardians you fought, like Amphisbaena's Fire Breath. Or Socket's Balls. Elnax is one of the more annoying ones early on. Bahamut's is not too bad. You can generally evade most of her attacks by staying under her. When she pulls out Baphomet's attack, though, things really start to go to hell. Palenque's attack is also pretty annoying. This is Baphomet's attack. It's the worst, since she can do it at the same time as other attacks. Also, she switches to using V's much more annoying version of the attack. Tiamat's attack is this. Way too close. Okay, shield stopped being super useful. I'm going to turn on the flare gun. Shit. Almost done. That last, the 9th child there has shown up. That means she's almost dead. Shit. That was close. Yes! Obtained the secret treasure of life. What escape coin chest? You know, we don't even need coins at this point. Don't worry about it. And guess what? This is a Metroidvania. Timed escape. In the original game, this was actually a cutscene, but in the remake they decided to make it an actual sequence, and you absolutely can fail this and have to fight the final boss again. What? This rope wasn't here before. Ah, Sean, you magnificent bastard. Yeah, no, you can't use the Grail. Yeah, no, there's no way I'm going to the Twin Labyrinths during the tense escape sequence. That place is easy to get lost in. Oh yeah, Lameza's father, who's also been exploring these ruins. Sean Kazuki. Yes, for the record, you can escape through the pot. I prefer to just run there, though, the pot. Honestly, the reason I don't like escaping through these separate ways is that you get little events. Like bits of it falling down if you go the correct route. It makes it a bit more cinematic. Hey guys, should we turn on hard mode during the escape sequence? No, let's not do that. Alright, alright. The fucking Spriggan? Why would you ever go to the Chamber of Extinction during the escape sequence? That is so far out of where you're supposed to go. Oh yeah, I actually don't know what the lamp does during the sequence. Does it actually work? No, it does not! It certainly stops everything on screen, but it doesn't stop the timer. Fascinating. Okay, we're almost out, guys. Oh no. Oh no, the entrance is blocked! Oh shit. Actually, how do you get... Oh, it's there, it's there. Okay. Thankfully, the, pedestal gate is not... There are no pedestal gates here, so you can't lose that way. We've only got about, 70 seconds left. We just beat the final boss, you know? So actually, you can't not save Mulbrook. That's the only way out. It's also the canon path because Mulbrook appears in the sequel. Zeno, that's actually the secret treasure of life. It's the power to create life. Yeah. Also, you'll see Takumi Naramura. I may have mentioned this before, but Naramura, if you take his name, keeping in mind the LR thing in Japanese, and just spell it, like, not spell it backwards, but say it with these syllables reversed, Naramura Ramurana La Mulana. As a note, in the special thanks section, you'll see the two names Madame Luna and Deceased Crab. These are Let's Players who were instrumental in bringing the original La Mulana to the attention of the internet and making the possibility of a remake and a sequel exist in the first place. The characters that show up in the ending are based on stuff that you did throughout the game. I don't know exactly what each of them are for. Also, Bar Rock Hero in Shibuya. I think that's just a bar that they like to go to. And all Nigoro fans. But yeah, if there are characters that are missing here, it's because I didn't do something. I think that the weapon fairy is for something ridiculous that I never get. What? Sean! Motherfucker stole our treasure! Dad, that's mine! Oh, hi, Zelpud. Bye, Zelpud. For the record, yes, if you actually get it in under 10 hours, you do in fact get the speedrun achievement. The only reason you're not like, well, other than the fact that I have Steam notifications turned off, the only reason that you're not seeing me get it now is because I already had it. So, that's La Mulana, but let's actually take a look at some extra things that aren't the final boss. First off, let me just check something real quick. Okay, it may have... Yep. Don't worry about that right now. I believe that 10 hours might be the Fairy Queen. So, MQ mentioned the developer rooms. So, if you do a specific software combination, I believe it's Miracle and Mirai at the same time, then you unlock the... Well, you don't unlock them, they already exist, but you actually unlock the text in the 3 developer rooms, because there were 3 major developers for the original La Mulana, and they've stayed on for the sequel. Now, where was the first developer room? I know where one of them is, definitely, but I don't actually recall the positions for 2 of them. MQ, could you help me out? I know I know where, Duplex's room is, in, the Temple of Moonlight. It is in the statue? Oh, there it is. Hello there, Naramura, boss of everyone here. I'm the one who thought up this game and added all the new irritating traps. Originally created as an amateur PC game, the remake is now being released again as a PC game. To all of you who fell victim to our merciless traps that swooped down on you when you least expected it, I say congratulations. To all of you who kept thinking, do I really have to beat this guy to move on to the next level, and kept being killed by the same monster, I say thank you. That's right, this is Naramura, the father of La Mulana. Har har har. La Mulana is standing up for Japanese indie games worldwide. I would love to see this game really get people into Japanese indie games, but it's sort of unclear as to how much a game that can only be enjoyed by people who like the idea of being killed over and over by the father of the ruins can contribute. Naramura, you've done nothing wrong in your entire life and I love you. Okay. The second developer room is where we found the axe. If you recall, there was a doorway that we accidentally opened up when we were trying out our new axe here. It didn't have anyone in it, but now... To our regulars, hello there. To our new players, pleased to meet you. I'm Samieru. I handle programming and sound. Somehow all the programming this time fell on poor little me. So if there's any odd bits, I'm sorry about that. The WiiWare version of La Mulana perfectly programmed for the Wii, really making use of all the capabilities of the Wii. Thus, in order to make the transition to the PC version, the core had to be completely reconfigured. It was a lot more trouble than we thought it would be. We thought, if we're going to go with all this trouble anyway, we might as well take it even further and added the ability to change the language, graphics, and sound, widescreen display support, and even the ability to go to hell in the beginning. Plus, we've completely revamped Time Attack mode. The look hasn't really changed, but the content is really different. Wonder what we'll make next. See you next time! What they made next turned out to be this game's magnificent sequel. Okay. Alright, yeah, and the third one is, right. It's in here. I remember where things are now. As a fun side note, that little, figure that represented Samieru is only one of the 2, avatars he uses. The other one is, well... Lameza. Okay. Alright, where the... I thought it was around here somewhere. Where the heck is Duplex's room? Right. Yeah, we actually got this before when you were here. It's just that I hadn't gotten it on this file yet because this is a different file because of the fact that I accidentally saved over the previous file while I was practicing the final boss. Okay, Duplex is by Chiyu. Okay, I went the wrong direction then. Hi, I'm Duplex. I have done practically nothing in terms of this PC version. Pretty much just some rummaging in the back. And you're thinking, if that's the case, why are you writing this? Well, Negro likes to be as close to the players as possible, thus this message fulfills some sort of need, I guess. If you're wondering just how close Negro is to its players, let me give you an example. In this version of La Mulana, press one button and assume the shield stance, and your shield stays out. This is the result of a comment we received on our website from a player of the previous version of the game. We thought if we could just make one player happy, that would be something. And so we did it. That's what Negro is all about. At some point, we'd like to be able to show the messages we received from players in our games. Anyway, see you next time. Again, Duplex actually has two avatars. The other one is Elder Zelpud, which is Duplex spelled backwards. So, those are the developer rooms. Hopefully, I can actually find a save file where I haven't unlocked Hell Temple yet, so I can, sort of show off the actual unlocking process. I don't really know any of these files. Hell. Is this file... Yep. Ugh. It looks like I might actually have to, off-screen replay the game again to actually get to the unlocking point for Hell Temple. It's not going to be too big of a deal, especially when I'm not, like, outright searching for every single clue and can just do the puzzles from memory. I can actually blast through this game pretty quickly. It is going to be annoying as hell, though. Also, to be perfectly fair, I have files that can serve as a jumping off point, like this one, which I apparently saved when I was, like, partway through. Anyway, at the very least, I think that's about it for this time. Unless, you know what? I should probably show off time attack mode even if I can't actually do it. I'm very, very poor at time attack mode. So basically the way this works is that you have low level, mid level, and high level, as well as endless battle. Each of those are different sets of bosses and mini-bosses. You're gonna have to, like, tell me how to do that, MQ, because, that will be much easier than replaying the game. I am not good at hex editing, but okay. Each of the 4 different stages of time attack have beginner, challenge, and expert. At beginner, you have all of your equipment. At challenge, you get, and also you have like basically a ton of every single thing. Challenge, you have a fair number of most things, but only a buckler instead of a silver shield and no bullets. And also, you don't have any of the really nice upgrades. You don't have the feather, gauntlet, ring, spalder, fairy clothes. And an expert, you just have the basic whip, a knife, and the Hermes boots. So good fucking luck. So, expert endless battle, let's fucking go. I'm gonna die. At least I do get the chain whip for this one. "19 seconds for Amphisbaena. Not too bad. Well, I'm sure it has been cleared by people better than me, but I'm much better at the puzzle stuff than the fighting actual enemies stuff. And then watch me fucking die to Sakit. And here's where it goes to hell, because remember, the first time I used, Sunless Skies, okay, just a quick thing, my name is Battler. With an L in there, not Batter. I am not the character from Off, I am the character from Umineko. But to actually answer your question, I do plan to stream Sunless Skies eventually, but I don't plan on doing, like, a full playthrough until the game's actually finished and, like, released for real. However, I am considering the idea of doing just a exploration stream of Sunless Skies, where I just, like, this could be at any point, I just kind of poke around in the high wilderness and such. I do have Cave Story. I have never finished it. I think once I managed to get very, very close to the end, but then I couldn't beat Muscle Doctor. I was much younger. I think in terms of, like, other streams I'd like to do, Dreamer's stream of the Metal Gear series actually got me thinking about what old games I might be interested in streaming that people might not have played. And I decided that at some point I'm probably going to try streaming Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, because that's one of my favorite games. Yeah. So while we're all here, NQ, where would I go to look up the whole hex editing Hell Temple thing? While we're doing that, I'll do something slightly more reasonable for time attack. Low-level Guardian Challenge. Okay. So in this case, we've got a fair amount of stuff. Oh, you're well ahead of me then. Cool. Ghosts can be super cheesed by just doing this. I hope that I don't have to remove the fairy clothes in order to activate Hell Temple. That would suck. Oh, great. Ah! Well, and I just use a text editor to edit it? Is that right? I've never hex edited before, my dude. And what flag should I edit? Mid-level Guardian is, I think I might have accidentally done the beginner one. Oh no, my fragile pride. Yeah, I think you guys get a good idea of what time it... Sorry guys, it looks like mid-level Guardian is completely impossible. Oh, no, we've got the world. Mid-level Guardian, not impossible. Only, it is impossible if you're not on beginner, though. this guy. Oh, that was bad damage. Okay. See, this guy's actually designed for you to have your full arsenal, so he's actually kind of hard here. Luckily, that's it. Oh, wonderful. I believe I managed that. Yes, you do have to go through pretty much all of Tiamat's children. Yeah, come on. Nope, no. Alrighty, so in preparation for next time, I will get to editing that save. Until then, and until you guys get to watch me suffer for an entire stream, thank you all so much for coming to my streams of La Mulana. This, of course, will not be the end of my streaming. As I mentioned, there's a plenty of other possibilities, games that I've played, games that I might be finishing for the first time, games that I might just be looking over some cool things, all sorts of interesting things, and that's not even counting that I have to still play the sequel to this game, because of course I do. But yeah, you have all been an absolutely wonderful audience, and this has been so much fun showing off my favorite Metroidvania to everyone. Special thanks to MQ for helping me out with so much stuff. You are a lifesaver, my dude. And I will see you when I go through some serious suffering. Alrighty. See you all next time.